Woman wakes up after 5 years in a coma and did this. Jennifer surfaced from the depths of unconsciousness like a butterfly emerging from a profound sleep after 5 long years in a coma. Her husband Jack and their 3 boys had traveled a path filled with hope, anguish, and steadfast resolve. Jack remembered that day clearly, the one in which Jennifer's life was at risk. An apparently ordinary phone chat was tragically cut short. When Jennifer's car veered off the road and struck a pole, her voice faded and the line fell silent. Everything changed the instant that happened. Chest compressions were given by paramedics in a frantic attempt to revive her amidst confusion. Amazingly, Jennifer's heart began beating again, but she was still in a vulnerable situation, on the verge of passing away. Despite the grim diagnosis, Jack refused to give up hope. He kept watch by Jennifer's bedside every day, holding fast to his faith and muttering encouraging things. He related stories of growing up in a family and enjoying small pleasures like spa days with improvised facilities. Jack maintained hope throughout it all, trusting that love had the ability to triumph over even the most difficult circumstances. Jennifer's recovery progressed in little, miraculous moments as she began to regain consciousness. She defied the odds with quiet resilience, from the smallest murmurs to the timid squeeze of a hand. Jack gloried these achievements, expressing his unending appreciation and excitement with each triumph. With the goal of regaining the life they had put on wait for so long, they started a strict therapeutic program together. Jennifer set off on the difficult road to recovery with steadfast support, developing her core strength and becoming an expert communicator. In the face of difficulties and victories, Jack and Jennifer took comfort in their unwavering relationship. Their mutual journey of healing and regeneration was based on their love for one another. They drew strength from their unshakable bond as they faced the highs and lows of recovery together. Time had passed, but Jennifer's scars from her tragedy continued to loom large, casting a shadow over their formerly ideal existence. The boys struggled with their mother's absence while their friends drifted away. But even in the face of hardship, Jack never wavered in his commitment, serving as a ray of hope throughout the darkest hours. Jack and Jennifer moved forward with bravery and resolve, one step at a time. They embraced the opportunities that awaited them rather than allowing their struggles to define them. They forged forth with unyielding commitment, one goal at a time, as they faced the unknown together. Jack and Jennifer realized that their path would not be simple as they looked to the future. There were still challenges to be met and mountains to conquer. However, they met the problems head-on, their love and the steadfast belief that everything was possible serving as fortifiers. The trip was far from ended for Jack and Jennifer. However, they knew that as long as they had each other, they could weather any storm as they strolled into the unknown hand in hand. One amazing moment at a time, they would continue to pen the exquisite tale of their life together. Days became weeks, weeks became months, and months became years. Every second that went by was evidence of their tenacity and unshakable devotion to one another. No matter how little Jennifer had progressed, they acknowledged it and overcame obstacles with a strong will to succeed. Jack was by Jennifer's side the entire time, providing constant strength and support. He gave her support during treatment sessions, held her hand when she was doubting herself, and uttered encouraging and kind words in her ear. They were determined to succeed, and they confronted the obstacles of rehabilitation together. Jennifer's capacity to interact with her surroundings increased along with her strength. She had to relearn how to move gracefully, speak, and carry out daily duties. Jack was proud to see his wife overcome the obstacles and gain her freedom back. Still, there were obstacles in their way. Jennifer had trouble putting the pieces of her history together because of her hazy memory. Jack filled in the blanks with patience, sharing special moments and family memories. Jennifer's presence gradually began to replace the vacuum left in their lives. The boys were excited to reunite with their mother after years apart and greeted her with open arms. They shared tears and laughter as well as tiny wins that symbolized their progress toward healing. Jack and Jennifer's love only became more intense over time. Together, they sailed through life's storms, confident that with each other, they could conquer any challenge that got in their way. Their love had withstood the test of fire and come out stronger than it had ever been. Thus, with hope and optimism, Jack and Jennifer turned their gaze to the future. They were aware that their journey was far from ended, but they also believed that by working together, they could overcome any obstacles that stood in their way. Because of their unfathomable love, which had triumphed over time, it was a love without boundaries. Ultimately, Jack and Jennifer's tale was one of victory as much as survival. It served as a monument to the strength of love, faith, and tenacity in the face of difficulty. They also knew that their love would sustain them both now and in the future as they stood hand in hand, prepared to face whatever was ahead.